Here we go. Toddler and preschool books. There are so many, I can't possibly show you all of them. So I've just picked out a few that I have on hand to show you that have been very popular when I meet people at state conferences and state fairs and events throughout the year. I'm also going to put up a video that focuses just on our hands-on activity books, and there's plenty in there for toddlers as well, so you'll want to make sure you don't miss that video too. Here we go. This series is called Muddle and Match. There are several different titles. This one is Jobs, there's Sports, there's Adventures. This is teaching alliteration, and kids get such a kick out of these books because on this page you have everything that starts with P, but you can flip it like this so it can change. Patrick the plucky plumber zealously zips into the zebra zone. Let's see what we've got. Let's get something other than Z. As a disturbance to the diaphragm. Kids just love playing around with these words, making all kinds of different stories. So this is a wonderful series. Then we have our 1001. I love this book for taking to the waiting room, even just taking on a long trip in the car, because there are 1001 things to spot in each book. This is the C, and so you have to spot the number of those things in these beautiful pictures. And there's also the farm and fairyland and animals. So these are a really popular set of books there. I find that kids can spend 10-15 minutes just on one page. Now we have the wipe clean books. And there's 1, 2, 3 and ABC. There's also getting ready for school. There's also the activity books and mazes. And these come with a dry erase marker. And on the pages, they have activities that they're to do. They can wipe them off and do them over and over and over again. Then we have the Lift the Flap series. This particular book in the series is the Lift the Flap word book. One of the things I really like about it is that when you lift the flap on one side, there's the word run. And you see when you lift the word run, you get that double reinforcement because the picture is the same as run over here. And so the kids can make that connection. We have lift the flap colors and opposites. We also have questions and answers as they get older. Let me show you a few of our picture books. This is one of our Kane Miller titles, The Big Little Book of Happy Sadness. It's about a lonely boy who's living with his grandmother. His parents are not around anymore. And he finds a dog even lonelier than he is. And how they both comfort each other. One of the things that's neat about the illustrations in this book is the text is printed in just the most adorable places. Here you see the text is written on the picture frames. Sometimes it's just written off to the side. Here it is on a sheet that's hanging from the clothesline. Just an adorable book with a really rewarding story to it. Here is Animally. And you go through and it's very poetic. I love you boldly like a ram. I love you cutely like a koala. And it goes through all kinds of animals. I love you briskly like an impala. Very sweet book. And then we have Pipkin the Penguin in How Deep is the Sea? And Pipkin's a very curious, adorable little penguin whose mother lets him go off and explore. And at the end, there's a poster that kids can pull out, and it shows Pipkin's adventures, and it gives a perspective to the child about how deep Pipkin went. One of our most popular series are the Shine-a-Light books. This is Secrets of the Apple Tree. And you take a flashlight and you hold it behind the pages, and the children are able to see hidden pictures behind. And they love that. Oh, doesn't it hold their attention? Here they can shine the flashlight and see what's going on under the ground before they turn the page. There's also Rainforest. They are putting more and more books out in this series every day. I have another video that I will post a link to because if you're interested in this and you want to see how the flashlight works on the computer screen, you can do that. I'm going to let that other video be shown even though it's not me in the recording because the consultant did such a great job. The Big Book of Big Machines. And here's another in that series, Big Book of Rockets and Spacecrafts. These are so cool. They're very big and sturdy, and each page opens up so big I can't even fit on the screen for you. but the text is chunked and there's so much information in here. There's dinosaurs that we have. We have Big Book of Big Trains, and all of these pages open up. And so I find that children use this in 2 stages. When they're little, they just love those pictures. Look at the pictures, it opens up. And then when they get older, they learn so much. All right, last book in this series, one of my personal favorites. This belongs to my youngest son, Tim. This is A Mouse About the House, and there's also A Squirrel's Tale. And you hold the mouse like you would a pencil, and it's like a pre-reading skills book. He travels into the front cover, pops out into the page, and as you read the story, he follows the dotted line, and there is a little slot for him to go through on every page, and he comes out the other side. And they just love to hold the mouse. It keeps their attention as he goes through the book. He finally comes out of the back and it says, "Let's do it again." My kids just loved reading this book over and over to themselves. And like I said, there's also The Squirrel's Tale, and that takes place mostly outside. Obviously, you should see my website for our entire collection of toddler and preschool books, but I hope that gave you a taste. What books do you think your children would love?